So what if the biggest secret in human history wasn't uncovered in some classified vault, but was just revealed on a local news station back in 1989? That's really the heart of the Bob Lazar enigma, a story that's either the most important leak of all time or, well, one of the most masterful lies ever constructed.
The year is 1989, and a man is about to step forward and tell a story that is going to completely change how we think about what's possible.
But here's the thing, he wasn't looking for fame. He appeared as a complete silhouette, just a voice coming out of the shadows, claiming he was putting his life on the line to get the truth out.
And his claim? It was as simple as it was world-shattering. He said the United States government wasn't just studying UFOs. They had them, and they were flying them.
Okay, so let's rewind. Let's go all the way back to that very first interview, the one that really lit the fuse on this whole incredible phenomenon. He called himself Dennis, and when he spoke with journalist George Knapp, his identity was completely hidden. You know, the shadows, the distorted voice. That was all for his protection. And it had to be, because he was about to blow the whistle on his work as a physicist at a top-secret facility he called S4.
Now look, everybody had heard the rumors about Area 51, right? But Lazar's bombshell was that Area 51 was just a distraction, a smokescreen. He claimed the real work, the reverse engineering of actual alien tech, was happening miles away at this other place, S4.
And what he said was going on inside S4, well, this is where the story stops being about government secrets and starts sounding like something from another world entirely.
Lazar described this unbelievable scene. A hidden base, built right into the side of a mountain, that housed 9 different alien spacecraft. And his job, as a physicist, was to basically figure out how the heck they worked, to crack the code on their impossible propulsion systems. And right at the heart of this alien technology was a substance Lazar called Element 115. He said this wasn't just fuel. It was the source of this incredibly powerful gravity field that let these craft literally bend space and time around themselves.
And this is where the story hits its first, really big scientific roadblock. See, years after Lazar came forward, scientists did manage to create Element 115. They named it Moscovium. The problem? Our version is incredibly unstable. It vanishes in milliseconds. It's absolutely nothing like the stable, super heavy power source Lazar was describing. So, how did he say it worked? I mean, it's straight out of science fiction. The craft didn't fly, no wings, no jets. Instead, it used these 3 gravity amplifiers to create a distortion, a warp in front of it. And then it would just fall forward, basically warping reality to get from point A to point B. Now, a claim that extraordinary needs an extraordinary resume to back it up, right? Of course it does. Well, this is where the story takes another really sharp, really strange turn. Lazar said he had degrees from 2 of the most prestigious science universities on the entire planet, MIT and Caltech. He also said he'd worked at the legendary Los Alamos National Laboratory. I mean, it was the perfect background for the job he was describing, almost too perfect.
So, of course, journalists and skeptics started digging. You have to. They went looking for that paper trail to confirm this amazing history. And what do you think they found?
Absolutely nothing. Not a single record of him attending MIT or Caltech. No public employment stubs from Los Alamos. It was like his entire academic and professional life had just vanished. Poof. Gone. But Lazar had an explanation, a chilling one, and for some people, a very compelling one. He said the government did it. They erased his past to make him look like a liar, to discredit him. And that right there is the perfect defense, because how could you ever disprove it? And that's really the moment that created this deep, unbridgeable gap that defines his story even today. At this point, you pretty much have to pick a side. You either believe him or you don't. And you can see that divide right here. On one hand, the skeptics point to the missing credentials, the science that doesn't quite add up. But on the other hand, believers will tell you, hey, his story has not changed one bit in over 30 years. And of course, a secret this huge would be protected by all sorts of lies and disinformation. Just when it looked like it was all boiling down to one man's incredible word against, well, everyone else, Lazar said he could offer up something a little more tangible. He took his friends, he took journalists out into the Nevada desert. He told them exactly when to be there and exactly where to look. And on cue, they filmed it. These strange lights in the sky, making impossible moves, sharp 90-degree turns, stopping on a dime. So were they seeing proof, or were they just being fooled by military flares? That debate over that very footage is still raging today. So look,
Whether you believe him or you think he's a total fraud, one thing is absolutely undeniable: the impact of Bob Lazar's story. It's created a legacy of mystery that has changed our culture forever.
I mean, think about it. Before Lazar, Area 51 was just a footnote on a map for military nerds. After his story broke, it became a global icon for government secrecy and aliens. He almost single-handedly took UFO mythology from the fringes and dropped it right into the mainstream, where we're still talking about it on the biggest podcasts and documentaries in the world.
So after all this time, after decades of debate, we're left right where we started, with these huge, nagging questions. Did he really work there? Is there really secret tech hidden out in the desert? Or is this all just one of the greatest, most detailed hoaxes of all time? But the biggest question, the one that kind of keeps you up at night, is what if just a little bit of his story is true?
In the end, that's what it all comes down to, isn't it? Back in 1989, one man stepped out of the shadows and offered us a glimpse into a totally new reality. The question we're still wrestling with is this: did Bob Lazar reveal the deepest truth about our place in the universe, or did he just create a mystery so perfect, so compelling, that we'd never stop trying to solve it?